guys, this is Pixel Dan coming to you from the 2019 New York Toy Fair. Wanted to do a quick video to talk about the Hasbro Star Wars line. This is some of the stuff that they had on display over at the Hasbro showroom. So first things first, there's really nothing new to show off for Star Wars The Black Series. They didn't really have any big new reveals. They did have some of the new figures set up downstairs that we had already seen before. A lot of Rebels characters and everything, which look fantastic in the Black Series run there, but I do believe this is all stuff we have seen before. I mean, they went out of their way to say they couldn't show anything new for the upcoming movie or anything like that soon. Plus, Star Wars Celebration's coming up soon, so that's where we're likely going to get a lot of our new reveals. Speaking of Celebration, one of the things that they did show was their Celebration 2019 exclusives. What they are doing is an Episode 1 Obi-Wan Kenobi and a Darth Maul on the retro Phantom Menace card backs. These are awesome. I don't know, they have some kind of weird, crazy, nostalgic vibe for me. I don't know, I never thought I'd get nostalgic over Episode 1 stuff, but it is the anniversary of that, which is bonkers. It's been 20 years. So they come on the same kind of red card backs that the original figures did. Totally reminds you of the first like Force Friday or midnight opening, basically, when we used to go out and get those figures. So they're kind of cool. They're like holofoil on the card backs. They look really neat. They're the 6-inch figures. These will only be available at Star Wars Celebration as the exclusives. However, the two figures themselves will be in the regular Black Series lineup. The Darth Maul will be on like the card back. And I think the Obi-Wan will be in the boxes when they come to retail stores. 2020 will see the return of the Fans' Choice, where they're going to ask fans to choose an Empire Strikes Back character to be made in the Black Series figure for the anniversary of Empire Strikes Back. That brings us to the new Kenner Retro Collection. This, of course, is the reissues of 6 of the original Kenner action figures, including Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Darth Vader, Chewbacca, Princess Leia, and the Stormtrooper. They are basically molded directly from the original Kenner figures, but they talked about how it's like modern technology that basically was able to capture the likenesses and create these new molds that are remolded from the original figures. And they are on the vintage style card backs, but they do have like a big blurb on them saying they're from the retro collection. And there's markings, you know, like, so that way they won't get mixed up with the vintage figures. They were kind of trying to look ahead for vintage collectors. So you'll get a chance to buy those original figures again if you'd like to. But the really exciting news is that they are doing one brand new vintage style Star Wars figure in the form of Grand Moff Tarkin, the figure that never came out in the original Kenner run. So that's really exciting stuff. That's the kind of thing I personally think they should keep doing if they're going to do vintage style figures. Give us stuff in the vintage style we never had before. I think that's awesome. Worth noting, Grand Moff Tarkin will only be available in a reissue of the Escape the Death Star board game, but he will be on a card. He'll still be carded, and that will be a Target exclusive. So for the vintage collection, the 3 3/4 inch lineup, they noted that the sail barge from the HasLab promotion is finished and it's on the water right now, and they'll be shipping out to everybody very soon. And then they announced some new items which are kind of meant to just go right along with the barge. So they are coming out with a new Lando Calrissian Skiff Guard figure, which will be a Walmart exclusive. There is a new 3-pack of Skiff Guards. And we are getting a new Skiff vehicle, which is scaled appropriately for the barge. It's amazing looking. It's got a great base, like a sand base on the bottom, with like clear risers to make it look like it's hovering above the sand. And one of the other things I think is really cool is we have the Jabba's Palace playset, which comes with reuse. This is awesome. It looks like kind of the trophy wall. It comes with they got the Han Solo and carbonite that's like magnetic on the back, so it clings to the wall. Really cool little environment. All of this stuff is awesome and kind of stuff I was not expecting to see, so I really, really liked it. And the last little bit of new news to talk about is their new hyper-real figures. They're doing this 8-inch scale Darth Vader. It's got an internal skeleton, so all the joints and everything are underneath the figure's skin. It flexes around. I was kind of impressed with how well that the figure held its position. I got to handle it and play with it a little bit in the showroom. It is going to be a higher price point item, I think going for $80, $79.99. And they did also hint that Bespin Luke will be the next one, but they did not have a Bespin Luke to show us. And that pretty much wraps up everything that we saw for Star Wars over at the Hasbro showroom here at the 2019 New York Toy Fair.
Stay up to date with Pixel Dan at Toy Fair 2019. Follow at Pixel Dan on Twitter or /Pixel Dan on YouTube.com. Thanks for tuning in to your premier source for all things toys, Pixel Dan. See you again.